Hey, what's up with the YouTube? It's me again, Steffi Goldberg. And guess what we're gonna do today, motherfuckers? Yeah, it's another of those days again. Yeah, without further ado, let's just get to why we're all here. So yes, today I'm going to be doing a brand new review video on a brand new vinyl record that I just got today in the mail, and I'm so happy to, well, share it with you guys. So without further ado, enough of me. Let's get to the review. Alright, so today I'm going to be reviewing none other than Cannibal Corpse, Dead, Unburied, and Rotting. And basically this is a 1994 Cannibal Corpse recorded live show. Yeah, from none other than Amsterdam, Holland. And yeah, basically this vinyl just came out this year in 2021. And let's just say, this is a really good vinyl. And I'm very happy with it. I found this on Hell's Headbangers. If you guys aren't recognizable about Hell's Headbangers, then well, give it a shot. Go check them out. They have some great, good vinyls, CDs, cassettes, shirts, anything that you could imagine. And yeah, so basically, yeah, I found this on Hell's Headbangers. They basically just got like a brand new restock of Cannibal Corpse like merch. So this is one of their items, and I was like, oh my god, I just have to grab it. Because I have Cannibal Corpse Butchering Chicago, Dismembering Dallas, and the 1994 Death Board recordings. And then when I found out this one was coming out of Cannibal Corpse Dead, Unburied, and Rotten, I was like, fuck yeah. Because another of one of my phenomenal, great YouTube friends, he goes by the name of Brian Arkham, and during one of our live streams, he was like, hey Stefan, did you hear about Hell's Headbangers restocking new merch? And I was like, oh no, I never did. And he's like, oh, because I saw that Cannibal Corpse got a brand new BootLeg record. And I was like, wait a minute, what? So then I quickly clicked on Hell's Headbangers during the stream, and I saw that they had this for only $20. And when I saw the album cover, I was like, that's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. It's actually like a different alternate version of Cannibal Corpse's Eaten Back to Life, except you can see that the zombie dude is like ripping the fucking spine out of this dude's body and like slitting his throat and all that. That's fucking brutal, dude. That's one thing I love about Cannibal Corpse. But what do you guys expect? It's Cannibal Corpse. Of course you're gonna get that kind of explicit cover. No shit. So yeah, basically, yeah, this is the front of the record. As you can see here, it says Cannibal Corpse, Dead, Unburied, and Rotten. And in the back has this. Yep, it says Live Amsterdam, Holland, in March 31st of 1994. So yeah. And yeah, basically the songs on this album are none other than The Cryptic Stench, Vomit the Soul, Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead, Fucked with a Knife, Stripped, Raped, and Strangled. And on side B, I just read side A, what is Gutted, Return to Flesh, The Pickaxe Murders, Hammer Smashed Face, basically Cannibal Corpse's #1 best song ever made, and A Skull Full of Maggots. So yeah. As you guys can see, this is it. And I already like listened to the vinyl. Like I just fucking ripped it out of the box when I just got it from Hell's Headbangers. I was like, oh dude, I just fucking gotta listen to this shit now, man. This looks fucking good. And yeah, so far I loved it. The quality, well, it's not as good as the Deathboard recordings. The Deathboard recordings was like literally recorded right from the soundboard on basically wherever Cannibal Corpse was playing that night. So this one's very different. This one's way better sound and quality than Dismembering Dallas. Like, you can hear everything a lot better on this album. Like, Dismembering Dallas was good, but you could definitely tell it was definitely recorded with somebody, like, with a cassette player somewhere at the show and was just recording it, in the audience. This one's just as good, too, but this one has a way better sound quality. If I had to compare all the sound qualities, I would say the best sound quality is the unreleased Deathboard recordings. That one has the most perfect sound recording for a bootleg Cannibal Corpse album. It sounds like it should have been, like, officially released by the band, but surprisingly, it's not. And if you guys want to know, this is limited to over 250 pink vinyl, which I will show you the vinyl. And if you guys aren't recognizable of this other record label called, right over here, Reek of Death Records. Yes, let me give you a little brief history of Reek of Death Records. Basically, Reek of Death Records is a record label which actually makes, bootleg metal records, like some for a lot of death metal bands, thrash metal bands, and black metal bands, and etc. So yeah, they have like a lot of these live shows that were like pressed on wax, and then they become like these bootleg records. As you guys can see, like the album cover, you could definitely tell was like drawn, and then they just used it for like this record. It is definitely recognizable as a bootleg. And also look at the back. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really a little bit blurry over here on this picture. So you could definitely tell that this was just like printed from a computer, and then they made it into a actual record holder where you can actually put the record in. So you could definitely tell it was. And one thing that's really cool about the bootleg Cannibal Corpse records, here's the spine, as you can see. Cannibal Corpse, Dead, Unburied, and Rotted. But one thing that's really cool about the bootleg Cannibal Corpse vinyls, they have the old vintage logo on all the bootlegs. So yeah. And also, without further ado, let me show you guys the record. So that was just the container it's in. And here's the vinyl record, as you guys can see. It comes in this paper, like all records. So here we go. Without further ado, let me show you. Yep, check it out. It is on none other than pink vinyl. And you can also see a little bit of some splatter. So it's a little bit of a pink splatter vinyl. I know you can't really see it that well in from where this video is being recorded, but what I'm seeing, it's definitely a pink splatter. You can see that there's a lot of splatter coming out of the vinyl. But in the camera, I can't really show it that well. But yeah, and you can see here is all the songs on the record. This is like side A, and also then this is side B of the album. As you can see the songs on that side. So on side A, you get songs like The Cryptic Stench, Vomit the Soul, Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead, Fucked with a Knife, and Stripped, Raped, and Strangled. And then when you switch to side B, you get Gutted, Returned to Flesh, The Pickaxe Murders, Hammer Smash Face, and The Skull Full of Maggots. So yeah. So basically, this is just what the record looks like. And it's really a very good recording. Let me just tell you that right now, actually. It's way better than the Dismembering Dallas, but it's not even twice as good as the unreleased Deathboard recordings. Let me just tell you that right now. The unreleased Deathboard recordings, like I said before, it sounded like an official, recorded Cannibal Corpse live show, which is absolutely insane. It's so good that it's funny that the band never even decided to release it as an actual official release because of how freaking good that actually sounds, the audio. So yeah, overall, all I have to say is I give this album an 8 out of 10 because the sound quality could be a lot better. Certain points I was like, it's kind of hard to pinpoint when the song was going to start and where it actually is sounding, if there's any sound coming from the album, you know, like if the song's starting, or is it just like before the band started playing. So it was like a little issue on that. But overall, it was a fantastic vinyl. And if you guys want to know, if this is still on Hell's Headbangers, you should, you know, go grab it if you want to. It's a really cool bootleg Cannibal Corpse live show. And yeah, that's all I want to say. It's a great album. So glad I bought it off of Hell's Headbangers. It only cost me like $20, which I was like, wow, not a bad price for a bootleg vinyl. So overall, guys, I hope you like my little review of Cannibal Corpse, Dead, Unburied, and Rotten. If you're interested, and if they still have copies floating around on Hell's Headbangers, I highly suggest you going to buy this. And if y'all don't know, I am absolutely a fucking huge die-hard Chris Barnes fan. I don't own anything from George CorpseGrinder. You know, not that I actually hate George. I don't hate George. I just don't like his vocals. I don't think he doesn't contribute anything good to Cannibal Corpse. I don't really feel like he's a great vocalist. He's not guttural. He doesn't sound, you know, good. I think his stage presence is boring. Barnes had a way better stage presence. Like the crowd on every single show back in the day. So yeah, I could definitely tell you that. It's not that I actually, you know, despise George. No, I don't despise George CorpseGrinder Fisher. I don't hate George CorpseGrinder Fisher. I just don't like him as a vocalist or whatever he contributed to Cannibal Corpse, because I feel like Cannibal Corpse lost their edge, like when George Fisher entered the band. And when Barnes left, I felt like Cannibal Corpse just is making very boring, generic albums sounding exactly the same on every single new album. Especially the new album that just came out called, I can't even think straight of it because I don't even give a fuck about that album. So that's why I'm not even thinking about it at the moment. I know the last album was Red Before Black, and the new Cannibal Corpse album that just came out this year. Oh my god, am I fucking like brain dead right now? I can't even remember the new name of the new album for Cannibal Corpse. Oh wait, Violence Unimagined. There you go. See? I just had a brain fart for a while. Violence Unimagined, the album cover is boring. Ugh. Cheesy. Ugh. What the fuck? Even like the censored one, I was like, this is really not that brutal. This is not really a shock value. This isn't like Butcher to Birth where there's a whole bunch of babies being dangled on meat hooks while like fucking two zombies dissect this pregnant woman and rip a fucking baby out of her. That's a shock value. That's a great album cover. I have a lot of shirts off that album cover if you want to know. So yeah, so overall, guys, that's really all I have to say. Like, I'm not a George CorpseGrinder fan. Like I said, I don't hate George. I don't despise George. I just don't like him being in Cannibal Corpse. I don't think he contributes nothing to Cannibal Corpse. He's a god-awful vocalist. He's not guttural. I'm like, come on, God, dude. Like, you weren't even twice as good as what Barnes was back in 1990. Like, you know, from the first album from 1990 to 1994, when they had Eaten Back to Life to The Bleeding. And in my personal, honest opinion, I really think that Created to Kill should have been the next album after The Bleeding. Vile should have never been created. Vile's a god-awful album. Created to Kill, the Barnes one, I have the vinyl and the CD of the Created to Kill sessions on CD and picture disc vinyl. I might do a review on that. I want to talk to you guys about Created to Kill, and I'll tell you a lot more about my opinion of what I think of Created to Kill compared to the Vile album. I know Vile is god-awful, but I'll tell you more of my opinion when I get onto that video. Let's just say you guys are ready for a rant. So overall, I'm going to end the video off right here. I hope you like my little review video of Cannibal Corpse, Dead, Unburied, and Rotten. Chris Barnes is still way better than George CorpseGrinder Fisher, and you guys will never change my mind. I can tell you that right now. And yeah. And also one other quick thing I want to say is I'm a huge diehard fan of 6 Feet Under. I fucking love 6 Feet Under. Hell, I even bought the new album, and I gotta say, I loved it. The album Nightmares of the Decomposed is really good. I loved it. I actually have a poster for Nightmares of the Decomposed that came with the vinyl that I already put on my wall, and it is brutal as it really is. And I love it. So yeah, enough of me jabbering and saying how much I love Chris Barnes way better than George CorpseGrinder Fisher. So yeah, overall guys, I'm going to end the video off right here. I hope you liked my little tiny review video on Cannibal Corpse, Dead, Unburied, and Rotten. If you're interested, and if they still have them in stock, go on Hell's Headbangers and get yourself a copy of this if you're interested. So yeah, overall guys, keep it metal, keep it brutal, keep it awesome. Hope to see you guys all soon in my next video. Have a fantastic, great rest of your day, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Goodbye, and remember, always keep it metal. And I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye-bye, and take care, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Subscribe!